Hey y'all. Now recently I've acquired a cute little lot of Barbies from the 90s from a seller who lives in the United States. Now I've bought this lot via eBay. Now if you do not know, I live in Germany and the cost in the form of shipping, and you have to sometimes pay additional fees such as customs, is quite high when I want to import stuff from the States. But sometimes Barbies are so cheap over there that it still is kind of worthy to do so, especially because this lot consists mostly of dolls that I believe have never been released in Europe, at least in Germany. And that's why all of these dolls are sort of like exclusive to the United States. And getting a bunch of exclusive Barbies that were only released in America is worth it, because the lot wasn't all that expensive. So breaking it down, I sort of paid something around 10 euros per doll, 10 to 15 euros per doll. And that was a price that I was willing to pay, especially for dolls that I would never be able to acquire when going out thrifting for secondhand dolls at flea markets here around the areas that I live in Europe and Germany. Now, another thing in addition to that I do not like about buying secondhand lots online is you have no idea what you're buying there. You sort of just have a few blurry pictures to go by, but you're buying the cat and bag, because who knows, maybe these dolls are all gonna reek of cigarette smell or cat urine. Maybe they're gonna be all moldy, or they all have broken limbs with chewed up hands and feet. Maybe they have cut hair or plugs missing. Maybe they have a broken neck. So that's all stuff that I have to like risk and take a gamble on buying when buying online. And that's why I sort of prefer buying them in the wild, when I see them, when I have them in my hands, and I can check out every little crevice to see if the doll is in an okay state. And by the way, they were just put in these, they were just loose in this bag, so I hope that they didn't get damaged in transit, but I guess we'll have to see. So like I had said, all of the dolls are just in this loose bag here. Like, squishing them, I can feel their limbs and their heads and their bodies. I hope they have been wrapped in additional foil when put inside this package. So just let's open it up and let's see what I have here. There was some additional stuff put inside, like bubble wrap, to keep this doll safe and secure. So let's just grab the first random doll and let's check it out. Alright. Now what we'll have here is, I believe, a New Kids on the Block doll. And full disclosure, I've never been that big of a fan of the New Kids on the Block, because I think I'm too young to have been really hyped up for them. And again, they were never that big of a deal over here in Europe. And more of like a boy band of the early 90s that was very popular in the United States. I do know Step by Step, that's a bop. But aside from that, I have absolutely no idea which member of New Kids on the Block this is. So this doll is more or less a doll that I've bought. Like, I didn't really necessarily buy the slot for this doll, but since this doll is part of the slot, probably going to gift this to a good friend of mine. You know who you are. And he's probably going to be excited for this, maybe. I do know that he was maybe the generation who would have been into New Kids on the Block, because he was of that age where they were pretty popular around the time when Beverly Hills 90210 aired. And yeah, I think it's cute that he has a gold earring. Like, that's something I would love to see on more boy dolls. He has this Letterman jacket with the pleather sleeves, and the pleather is sort of like cracking, but since this doll is over 30 years old, I guess that's okay. The limbs are still working the way they should. Love this rat tail here. He also has this gold ring, which I think is great too. And I don't know if you can see it, but the head has a marking in the back and it says 1990 Hasbro. So this doll was put out by Hasbro. I don't know, it looks similar to a mold that was used for the Maxi boyfriend doll. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it could be that they just reused the boyfriend of Maxi to use as a new kid on the block. And the marking on the back says 1990 copyright Big Step Productions, Incorporated, distributed by Hasbro. The body is in pretty good shape. Like, this is just some dust and debris from the pants, so no mold, and it doesn't smell of anything. It just smells like the typical smell that a lot of 90s dolls have because of the vinyl and plastic that 90s toys used. Let's check out the next doll in this lot. So here we have Sit and Style Kira or Marina. Now the Sit and Style series was released in Europe. Like, you can see my Sit and Style Barbie over there. And I do know that there are Sit and Style Teresas and Christies out there because I found the pieces while thrifting around here in Europe. But I have never come across a Sit and Style Kira / Marina, and she's very pretty. Love her. Striking green eyes, and she has a very pretty face. She's also wearing this Pearl Beach fashion pack, which is cute. So that's great too, to have some authentic Barbie fashions alongside the doll. Yo, the limbs are in pretty good shape. No chew marks. She still has a ring. She still has her earrings. Hair is also in pretty good shape. Like, it's not really, it's Kanekalon, so it doesn't look like it's played with that much. So I'm really happy about this one because I was really looking forward to getting her. Now, who do we have up next? So this is a Barbie, and a very cute Barbie. Now, I mostly bought this lot not because of blonde Barbie dolls. Actually, it had a bunch of Barbie friends and relatives, so that's why I bought her, because I'm at a point in my collection where I'm like sort of over blonde Barbies and I do not necessarily have to accumulate any more blonde Barbies. But this is one that I do not have. So while I was able to ID some of the dolls via the blurry pictures that I saw on eBay, I have absolutely no idea who this doll is. She has some very cool earrings. Love these, like teardrop shaped pearlescent peachy earrings. She has a very beautiful and very striking screening. Just look at the eyeshadow. And she even has a factory hair intact. Like, you can see the elastic that is sort of disintegrating in her hair, but she has this sort of braided piece on top, braided bun. And she wears this very cute outfit. The outfit is probably not the outfit that the stock came with. The outfit looks like a fashion pack. So if you have any idea who this Barbie is and what this fashion pack is, please let me know in the comments down below. Would love to know. But she's again in pretty good state. Like, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that these dolls aren't really all that super played with. Not at all. Like, these dolls are in great shape, so I'm extra excited about having decided to pick up this lot. Up next, another blonde one. But this is the aforementioned relative of Barbie's that I was really excited to see as part of the slot. And she was also one of the reasons why I picked up the slot, because this is Jazzy, who was sort of like Barbie's teen cousin for a while, when in the late 80s Mattel was trying to compete with Hasbro's Maxi line. They released Jazzy, but Jazzy was never really released in Europe, not that I know of. I do have a dealer catalog from 1990, and I can show you a pic from Jazzy where it says that she was discontinued. So this dealer catalog from 1990 was for German, Austrian and Swiss retailers who would stock Barbie products. And it's a treasure trove of stuff, and I love to just browse through it because the pictures are phenomenal, and it's great in helping me identify especially fashions. You can see this lineup of Jazzy dolls, and it says not available, nicht im Programm, which means this isn't part of the assortment. So yeah, you can see since they probably just translated these for the different markets, they had to like keep the pictures here, but Jazzy dolls were never released here in Europe. Now I would love to know which Jazzy doll this one is, and what the fashion is that she's wearing, because the fashion is also very cute. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, the limbs are working great. Now the hair, no plugs missing. The hair is very soft. The neck is working. Yeah, I'm really excited to see that I have a Jazzy doll now in my collection. Now you can see the Hart Family mom there. And I think that both of them have the same face. But yeah, I think Jazzy was probably one of the most exciting things about this lot. So happy to have picked up this lot and to have now finally a Jazzy doll in my hands. I don't think there are a whole lot more in this lot. I do know about 2 dolls, but I don't think there were more than 2 left. Now we have a Teresa. And this is a very gorgeous Teresa. One that I was also excited to see in this lot, because I think I had mentioned it maybe in a previous video. But generally speaking, just stumble mostly upon blonde Barbaras when I'm out there thrifting. So I never find Teresas from the 90s. I barely find any Kiras. I never find Christie's, so it's just mostly the blonde Barbies that you find out there in the wild. So to have the opportunity to pick up a Teresa is an opportunity that I had to really take. No, I don't think this dress that she's wearing is original Barbie, or could it? Because the fabric feels kind of, I don't know, kind of feels bootleggish, but maybe it is Barbie. Let me check for a moment. It could be, now that I see the Velcro and how the Velcro has been attached, and all of the other stuff that was on the dolls in this lot so far was original Barbie. No, the dress is original Barbie. It is genuine. And that's also exciting to see, because all of these fashion pieces that I've seen on these dolls so far were also fashion pieces that I did not have in my collection. So it was a great pickup to, because sometimes you get lots and there's a lot of stuff that you might have doubles of, and then you're like, okay, I have to compare them to the ones that I already have. And then you have to decide which one to keep and which one to sell, because you do not have to want to clog up your collection with doubles. This dress is cute. No idea which dress this is, so if you know, let me know in the comments down below. And while I did mention that this is Teresa because she uses the classic 90s Teresa face, This is actually the brunette version of Country Bride Barbie. The Country Bride Barbie was a Walmart exclusive doll. So again, you see, this doll never made it over the pond here. So there was no way in hell that I would ever stumble upon her, aside from maybe going to doll conventions and have collectors who have already imported her have her. So I'm really happy to now have this doll in my possession. And she's also in pretty great state. Like, all of the limbs are in pretty spectacular state. Like, the band is very stiff still. None of the limbs have been chewed on. The necks work pretty well. And the only thing is that this hand of hers is a bit loose. So, like, that's the first time where I notice any type of flaw on any of the dolls so far. But again, she doesn't smell other than smelling like an old doll from the 90s. And she's now mine. So I believe that we're almost finished. And there's only one doll left here. And it's another Teresa. Now this actually is a Teresa. This is, I think, Rappin' Rockin' Teresa. And I don't think the Rappin' Rockin' line ever made it over the pond. And she's very cute. I love her multicolored streaks. Now the problem with this doll is I believe that her hair was cut, because Rappin' Rockin' Teresa actually has quite long hair that is crimped. She has these tight ringlet curls. And this dress, now this does not feel like a Barbie dress. Now this does feel like a cheap knockoff dress. Hold up, wait a moment. It is actually a genuine Barbie dress, but it's probably one from the 2000s maybe, because that's when they started to have like more cheapish satin material princess dresses and those big multi-pack fashion lots that they released like in 2000, 2001, 2002. So yeah, it is a genuine Barbie dress, but not one that I'm really excited to have. She also had this thingy here on top of her head. No idea if this was part of the fashion pack with that purple princessy dress. Now her limbs are a little loose. So this is, I think, the doll which is probably in the worst state of the dolls that I acquired. And it does seem like she does have some slight chew marks, maybe. Very slight. And also her band isn't the greatest. And yeah, again, her hair is cut. So while I am excited to have a Rappin' Rockin' Teresa, because again, the Rappin' Rockin' line, maybe we got Rappin' Rockin' Barbie and Ken, but I do not know if we ever got Rappin' Rockin' Teresa and Christy over here. So yeah, let's see what I can do to sort of restore her. I do think these tight little ringlet curls are actually quite cute on her. Who knows, maybe I'll keep her this way. And while those were all of the dolls inside of the slot, there's also this little baggie of stuff here that we can maybe take a look at what's inside. There are these shiny black boots, very equestrian looking boots. Another pair of like bluish boots. Now, these boots are quite cute. I really like this mold. Then we have this little kitty cat. It's from 1991. There's this random assortment of hangers. And there's this little bag here. These very cute, transparent pumps. These are very cute. Love these. Can you see the Barbie bee on the sole? Super cute. Also love the shiny gem in the front. And two very sad looking singlets. It's very depressing to see singlets. Now both of them I think are clone shoes because these holes on the soles are sort of like a giveaway. These aren't authentic Barbie shoes, and then there's this elastic, whatever this is supposed to be. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with my finds. You can see that it was totally worth it for me to pick up this lot, because all of these dolls are in a pretty good state, which was super surprising to me, because whenever I pick up lots like these, I expect the worst. So I'm pleasantly surprised to have a bunch of dolls who are in a pretty good state, and also a ton of genuine Barbie fashions. Let me know what you think of this lot. Let me know what you think of this video. I would love to hear thoughts, and I also plead you to please ID the pieces that I found down in the comments below, so I'm able to put a name to some of the dolls as well as the fashions. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I might be seeing you in my next video. So, bye for now.